Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. The price action here looks interesting, and it is not really easy to understand what's going on currently on the euro currency because the multiple setups could be formed in the euro's future. It will depend on the price action. So in general, we start with our background, the setup that we are keeping an eye on and that we have traded last week and this week as well. So if you remember, we said that this level is crucial for the euro. It has to hold above it, and if it's really bullish, it should not drop below this confluence and should show upward continuation. So currently we can't say that whether it's euro currency is strong enough to just reestablish the upward action which should follow, which should happen if market indeed bullish, but this level is strong enough to just trigger some pullback. And that's why we said in our weekly report, and the last week we also told about it, that here is relatively safe to take long position, because anyway odds suggest that at least minor pullback here has to happen. That will let us to move stops to the break-even. So the first stage of our trading plan is completed, because also if you'll take a look at the 4 time frame chart, you could see that our Gartler's triple 2 buy pattern has reached its minimal targets, 1143, the setup that we have discussed. So currently market has hit the minimal target of this pattern. What we should do next? But with the next step, it's not really everything is clear. So because here is some different situations could be formed. So first of all, I would like you to show the dollar index, and the cross market analysis currently. It's very useful tool for the euro currency. So if you have some doubts on some subject, on some trade, on some price action, take a look at the cross market analysis. Take a look what's going on the dollar index. And on the dollar index we have this story. So take a look. Market right now stands at the strong support, because if you'll take a look at the daily chart, you'll see this long-term weekly support trend line. So here market has completed, if you remember, setup that we talked about, say BCD pattern on dollar index. And if you remember, we have talked about it when we was watching for the same situation in the euro, and we said probably here should be some another leg because dollar index has not completed yet OP. Currently the pips to pips OP has been completed. Take a look what's going on right now. Market is forming bullish reversal pattern. So this is reverse head and shoulders pattern that is forming. The same pattern you could recognize on the daily chart of the euro. So you can see this could be the shoulder, head, and now market theoretically could form right shoulder. If this pattern will fail, market continue upward action. In this case, that will confirm the bullish, longer term bullish context, and it means that we will keep an eye on the further upward continuation. But if it will work, we should be ready for the more drop right back down somewhere to the next support area. Here's also, guys, take a look. We have the bearish divergence, this area. On the dollar index, that's left shoulder, head. Now market stands somewhere between the OP target and the XOP of this ABCD pattern. On the euro currency in turn, this same ABCD pattern is being completed. It's precisely to the OP, and here we have 30% pullback, particularly the one that I show you on the 4 time frame chart. So approximately, as you can see, here is a bit more significant action on the euro compared to what we have on the dollar index. Just take in consideration that they move in a different and opposite directions. So what could happen in euro's time, just for the today, tomorrow, if dollar index will proceed move to the XOP? In this case, euro currency of course will start dropping right from here somehow. So maybe it will not break these lows, but upward action will stop. But if dollar index will start to form right shoulder right from this point, euro currency will be able to proceed higher, probably to the XOP. In general, the shape of the same head and shoulders pattern suggests that market should reach somewhere in the area around 111.80, reach the XOP, maybe hit the 618 resistance that corresponds to the previous top, somewhere in this area. Okay, so that will happen if dollar index will start to form right shoulder immediately. If it will proceed high to the XOP, in this case, euro currency probably will stay here, maybe show some pullback, and only after then will turn to the upside when the right shoulder will start forming on the dollar index as well. So this is just mirror directions. Control the action on the dollar index as well as on the euro currency. On the dollar index, for example, you could keep an eye on the hourly chart, or maybe even on the 4-hour time frame chart, because take a look here, you can see that price action stands relatively choppy. We did not see fast acceleration down. It mostly reminds some flag consolidation, which means that market keep chance on upward continuation. That means in turn that in the current situation, euro currency has small probability of the upward continuation. So we need to take a look what will happen here. So collapse here will mean that the euro will start rising to the 111.80 target. If dollar index will turn higher, it means that euro currency will take pause in upward action, or will show even some retracement. As we have the position, somebody of you have position right here, others have here, because on the hourly chart that was our entry point that we discussed in our weekly report. Now it's time to protect your profit with a break-even stop. Also, maybe it makes sense to grab some part of the profit, maybe 30%, 50% of the position you could close, move stops to the break-even on the rest, and keep an eye on what will happen. So, in the two words speaking, again, let's go through the trading plan right again. We consider this possible head and shoulders pattern that corresponds to the dollar index performance. Here, potentially, market could still reach 111.80 target. That stands on the 4-hour time frame chart. So it's OP 111.55, XOP 11.82. This is target that market potentially could reach. Next direction will depend on what will happen here, because that is bearish reversal pattern. So that's what we'll keep an eye on in the short term. In today's session, we will need to see what will happen on the hourly chart of the dollar index, because it will determine the performance on the euro as well. Holding in a tight range, showing this choppy consolidation, put the shadow on the euro performance, because market could proceed higher to the daily XOP. In this case, euro currency also will show either retracement down here, or at least will be flat, just waiting for when dollar index will reverse in opposite direction. Then, when dollar index will complete XOP, we expect deep retracement, which led euro currency to reach 111.80 area. So guys, it sounds a bit confusing, a lot of inputs here in this setup, but we can't just ignore these moments. So if you do not understand everything clear, you could review to watch the video once again. So that's approximately what we'll keep an eye on the euro in the current situation.